Dear parents, you are reviewing this presentation because it means that your child is about to be a senior. Congratulations! Each slide will explain in detail the course selection process in order for both you and your child to have a clear idea of the expectations when it comes to choosing their classes for next year. My name is Ms. Laurent and I am the junior counselor at Eastham High School. Let's get started. This year, academic advising will be done differently to allow students the opportunity to select their courses during the school day. The seniors will not only be able to create their schedules for next year, but they will also be able to make changes before anyone else. Your child will have the opportunity to select and submit their course selections on April 8th. We'll create the schedule with your child and they will take it home. If you are not satisfied with the schedule, your child may turn it in no later than Friday, April 12th to make changes. Our three main goals are to provide a brief overview of Eastham High School's graduation requirements. It's important to understand these requirements so that you and your child can choose the correct classes, which will ensure that they are on track towards graduation. 2, to understand the process of requesting courses for next year by going through the course selection sheet. 3, to learn about expectations and requirements for our AP classes. Many of our AP courses are popular with students, so it's important that students understand what will be expected of them should they request these courses. Let us move on to the next slide. We'll be looking at the graduation requirements. To graduate, students must have the following credits as indicated on screen. Students will need 4 English credits, English 9, English 10, English 11, English 12. They will also need 4 math credits, Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Math above Algebra 2 or Computer Science. They will need 3 credits for Social Studies, which includes Civics, that will be a half credit, Econ, that's a half credit, World History, and U.S. History. There are 3 credits required for sciences, biology, physical science, chemistry, physics, or computer science, and the students will be able to pick 2 of those options. Career focus, there is a total of 6 credits, and the other credits required will be oral communications, fine arts, health and safety, and physical education. Like we mentioned, Eastham requires an additional 4 credits for a total of 26 credits. As you know, our Eastham motto is college ready, career ready, world ready. In order to be truly world ready, we believe that students must have exposure to a foreign language. Therefore, we require 2 consecutive years of the same foreign language. Additionally, since we are a STEM school, we require 2 additional years of STEM courses. Because our students traditionally complete the SMART Core Science track by the 10th grade with chemistry, their science courses in both 11th and 12th grade satisfy the STEM requirements. The next slide, we will understand the process to complete the course selection form. Now that we've reviewed the Eastham graduation requirements, let's review the process by which students request classes. On slide 6, we will look at the impact of course selections on the master schedule. The process of selecting courses is a very important one, not only for the student, but for the school. Our master schedule has been built to cater to the needs of all our students. Students must be mindful that if a requested course section does not have sufficient applicants, that class may be canceled. Selecting an alternate option is highly recommended. Now we'll look at the course selection sheet. At this time, please get out your course selection sheet. The following slides break up the course selection sheet by department, so we can focus on one section at a time. You will notice, just by glancing at the form, there is a box. The academic advisor will indicate the number of credits necessary for graduation. The academic advisor has already reviewed your child's transcript to see what classes he or she must take to satisfy graduation requirements. Additionally, the advisor has reviewed previous test scores and other data to determine the appropriate level of these courses to ensure your child's academic success. Besides the mandatory credits and/or classes, students are encouraged to select from the wide range of electives that we are excited to offer this year. If you plan to work or intern next year, you may take only the number of classes. Please note that you will need to have your parents sign a form stating that they understand that you will leave school early or arrive to school late in order to work or intern. To select courses, just mark a check mark under the check column beside the course you wish to request. Also, write an A beside one alternate class that could potentially substitute one of your required electives in the event that you don't get one of the classes you requested. You will notice that some courses have CC in parentheses beside them. That means that we anticipate the class will count for concurrent credit for qualified students who pay their respective fees. We'll talk about concurrent eligibility later in this presentation. Also, you will notice that some classes begin with DL. This means that these courses will be offered in the digital lab. English and foreign language are the first sections on the course selection sheet. Let's start with English. All students must have 4 credits of English to graduate. You'll notice that there are now 2 different levels to English 11 and English 12. And your advisor has already marked the recommended level for you. The first level is General English. The second level is AP or Concurrent Credit English class that we currently have. The difference between AP and Concurrent Credit English and English is that the English class does not include AP work or the weighted credit. Last, if you need oral communications, it's been marked as debate. If you've already taken this course, please don't mark it again unless you want to take debate as an additional class. Now for foreign language. Like we discussed earlier, students must have 2 consecutive years of the same foreign language for ISTEM graduation requirements. For SMART core purposes, all foreign language courses will count towards career focus. We offer Spanish and Chinese courses. However, students may elect to take other languages taught in the digital lab through Virtual Arkansas. Once students complete their 2 years of foreign language, they may elect to either continue with the language's next course progression or select other electives. Let's move on. Now we will look at math and science. Your advisor has already marked the next course in your math progression. Remember, students must take a 4th math above Algebra 2, so your advisor has reviewed your test scores and marked the recommended 4th course for you. Note that a math is required every academic year at ISTEM High, even if you've taken a 4th math. Also, it's worth mentioning that additional math credits over the required 4 count as career focus credits. Because ISTEM offers physical science in the 8th grade, our students are ahead of others in the state and subsequently have more science options as juniors and seniors. Once students have completed chemistry, they may choose science courses that align with their skill levels and interests. Please note that AP Science courses are extremely rigorous and should be only taken by students who understand the demands these classes will place on their time. Any science class above chemistry will count as career focus. Let's move on to the next slide. We will look at social studies and electives. Students who have completed their social studies requirements by the end of their junior year Students should have completed their social studies requirements by the end of the junior year. If it is checked, that means you are missing a required credit for graduation and your advisor has already selected the missing course. All elective courses in this section count as career focus. Here are a couple of things to keep in mind as you review this section. Seniors who request Noble 301 will be required to have an internship. College and career focus and financial literacy will now be available only for 10th graders. Computer science count as the fourth math, fourth science, or career focus, but not all three at the same time. Any junior who requests AP Seminar will automatically be enrolled in AP Research his or her senior year. Students completing both courses will receive the AP Capstone Certificate. Let's move on. We will now look at PE and fine arts. If you need PE or health to graduate, it's already been marked for you by your advisor. If you've already taken it, please don't mark it again. We offer a year-long fine art courses. The first semester of your fine art class satisfies your fine art graduation credit. The second semester and any subsequent fine art class counts as career focus. Please note that you must have prior approval from Ms. King to be admitted into any AP Art courses. Let's move on to the next slide. This section includes the digital lab electives. Again, DL means that we anticipate that the course will be offered digitally. Students take digital lab classes online from Virtual Arkansas in our computer lab. These classes are virtually taught by different teachers around the state and are not employed by eSTEM. A facilitator oversees students in the computer lab. It is not uncommon for these digital lab classes to be modified or canceled. Therefore, please understand that if you mark one of these classes, there's a possibility that the class may not make, and you will be enrolled in another course. Due to the nature of digital lab courses, it is imperative that students select these classes, be self-motivated and strong, independent workers as they won't have access to a live teacher. If you choose a half-credit course, make sure that you take another half-credit course to have a full credit. This section also shows some relevant test scores that your academic advisor reviewed to make class selections. Once your selection is complete, you will be given a schedule for the 2019-2020 academic year. The last part of the form is the signature section. Your advisor has already signed or initialed his or her name. Students, please be aware that you must have your parents sign this form in order for the course selection process to be complete. You will take it home with your parents to discuss if you want to make any changes to your schedule. All signed forms should be returned by April 12, 2019. The next slide, we're going to talk briefly about the AP course requirements. eSTEM is proud to offer a variety of AP courses. Let's review some general information for the advanced placement classes so that those of you who are interested in them can better understand their respective expectations. AP stands for Advanced Placement and is a program created by College Board which offers rigorous high-level curricula and examinations to high school students. AP semester grades are weighted, provided that students complete and pass the entire class and takes the AP test. For example, a student making an A in an AP course will earn 5 points towards his or her GPA in place of the regular 4 points. Many colleges will award college credits based on students' AP test scores. These cutoff scores vary by college, so it is best to check with the college you plan to attend to inquire about transferring AP passing scores to college credit. For each AP course, students can expect to spend a substantial amount of time each day reading and or doing homework. The next slide provides an overview of the AP courses offered and the respective teachers. Please take a moment to look over it. The next slide talks about concurrent credit eligibility. Many of the classes we offer can be taken for concurrent credit. Concurrent credit allows students to simultaneously earn college credit and high school credit by taking academically challenging college-level curriculum. These courses are taught by college-approved high school instructors and cost a fraction of typically college classes. To be eligible for concurrent credit courses, students must meet the following criteria: achieve a minimum overall high school GPA of 2.5, hold a qualifying ACT score, a composite of 21 for math, 19 for reading, and 19 for English, or a qualifying Accuplacer score, 86 for reading, 83 for writing, and 80 for math. If you're interested in learning more about concurrent credit, please see Ms. Stacy Thompson, our concurrent credit coordinator. Let's move on to the next slide. Beginning with the 2019-2020 academic year, Eastham High School and the University of Arkansas Pulaski Technical College will be joining forces in order to provide a much-needed opportunity for some of our students. This new educational venture will allow a select group of Eastham High School juniors, the class of 2021, and seniors, the class of 2020, to participate in a real-world career and technical courses, including everything from culinary arts to automotive maintenance. The Career and Technical Concurrent Program at Eastham High School is a new partnership with UA Pulaski Technical College, where students can earn college credit and high school credit at the same time in technical programs such as collision repair, commercial baking, and welding. The program will begin in the 2019-2020 academic year. Students will be on a college campus under the direction of the administration, professors, and security during the time they attend class. Attendance will be taken daily by professors and reported to Eastham High School. Though these professors do teach the same classes to adults, high school students will not be placed in classes with adult college students, only other high school students. This concludes our presentation about selecting courses for next year. You are free to speak to your child and advise them about possible classes that you wish for them to take during the 2019-2020 academic year. If you're unclear about any courses, see our course catalog for the 2019-2020 academic year available on our website. Thank you for your support.